I don't even know why they offer the thumbs down. That's just hateful. Anyway. Things before I get started. Any product that I use can be interchanged with other products that are similar. Other creams, other gels, other conditioners. I mean, stuff like that are interchangeable. I am not somebody who's like, I promise this will be the best for you. This will be the best product. It will hold your hair, da 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 da. I can't say that with confidence because my hair is different from your hair. I can't, the products I use will not make your hair curl the way that my hair curls. It won't. So use what's best for you. Use what you know holds your hair. Use the creams that smell the best, has the right ingredients for you. I'm not somebody who is a stickler for things like that. So if you see this tutorial and be like, but I don't want to use Cantu, just don't use it. But I promise you, you can still do this same technique. It might not look exactly like mine. Please know, any tutorial on YouTube, depending on your hair type, it might not look exactly like that when you're finished, and you have to be okay with that. And it's not because you've done something wrong, not every time at least, but people have different hair types. They respond differently to different products, different techniques. I can't do every technique and it holds on my hair. You could probably do a good twist out and it holds for a couple of days. I cannot. So watch, learn perhaps, and like and subscribe, share, all that good stuff if you like what you see. If you don't like what you see, please don't take your time out to comment negatively or give a thumbs down. I don't even know why they offer the thumbs down. That's just hateful. Anyway, so my hair is already pre-washed. I washed it yesterday. And what I do is, after I wash my hair, I put in this Cantu, hopefully you can see it all right. Oh, there it goes. This Cantu leave-in conditioner. I put it in my hair as if it's a deep conditioner. And I will put a shower cap on it overnight, just like this. And it stays good and moist. It stays good and moist overnight, so I'm able to style my hair in the morning. This particular style has a side part, and what I do before I start defining my curls, before I put any other product in there, I first pick where my side part is going to be. So I pick where I want my part first, and I just part it on the side. This is my good side, y'all. I think we all got good sides. Other people may not be able to tell. People always say both of my sides look the same, but I don't care. I like my good side. This is my good side. So I just part my hair. As you can see, I'm not good at it at all. But in this instance, it kind of barely matters, because when your hair is curly, it barely matters. So I part my hair where I want it first. And then I take either hair ties or clips like this to kind of hold my hair in different sections that I want my hair to be in as I go through to define my curls. So this technique, I don't know the real difference between the shingling technique and finger coils, because I feel like what I do is kind of a combination of both. I go layer by layer, defining my curls with what looks like the finger coiling technique. But the difference between what I do and the actual finger curls is I don't twist so much. So if I was doing a finger coil, I would take this piece and I would really twist all the way down. See, that's fine. But when I'm doing this like this all over my head, quick and easy, my regular wash and go, I do not take that much time on each coil. I kind of see how I separate it into the coil that I want, and then I just go, right? So it still defines it, because what I'm trying to do is separate my curls more than I am defining like trying to curl my curls, if that makes sense. So that's I pretty much do that around my whole head. So that's the actual technique. But what I do is I take my Cantu coconut curling cream, which is what I constantly use, and on each section, so I section this part out. Hopefully you can see that well. I section this part out. I take my glob of coconut curling cream and I put it in the section like this. Maybe I put a little too much this time. Oh well. And then I take my Denman brush. Now, my Denman brush, I don't use my Denman brush to define my curls. I have yet to uncover a technique that works for me where I can just brush through it and those are the curls that I want. So I use this to distribute my product evenly on my hair. That's what I use this for. And that works well for this. So, and detangling basically. So I go through with my Denman brush, not to define my curls with it, but to evenly distribute my product. And then what I do is I take my section, my whole section in my hand like this, and I begin separating. I hope y'all can see this well. But as you can see, this is all it is. And I just do this in the whole section and start on the next section. This is what it looks like fully separated for this section. So go ahead and do that all over your head and I will be back. Now that I've gotten to this top part, this top section right by the part, I think it's important for me to tell y'all that what's important for the part, if you want a part on the side, is that when you're defining your curls, you put them in the position in which you want them to go. So because my part is here, this hair will want to go this direction, this hair will want to go this direction. So as I'm defining this middle part and this side part, I will be sure to twist and place them in the direction that I want them to go. And as I finish up, I just want to say that it's important that you put as much of that cream on your hair that you feel like you need, because if I don't put enough cream on section by section, my curls do not get as defined and stay defined like I want them to. In the beginning of my natural journey, I was frustrated by the fact that my curls just would not hold the way that I would have them after I wash them or whatever it might be. And the biggest lesson I learned was that I was not putting enough product on my head. So put as much or as little on there that you feel like your hair needs. But if you see that each individual curl is not moist, then I know some of y'all hate the word moist, but I'm gonna keep saying it. It's not moist enough, then you might need more product on it. And I know some people need less product because more product weighs their hair down, but I can say that this Cantu coconut curling cream does not weigh my hair down at all. It obviously looks like it when I'm defining, but when it's dry, I in no way feel like my curls aren't as bouncy or whatever it might be because I have too much product in it. I've never experienced that with this product specifically. Maybe if you put too much gel on it, it might do that because gel is way heavier than cream. So now that we've gotten to this part, as you can see, my part is virtually gone, which is just what happens when you have curly hair. And so what I do here is I take clips like this. I take clips like this and I use a little bit of gel and I use my little edge toothbrush. Had this for years, probably a little gross. So I take a little bit of gel and I put it in the part on each side like this, right? I take my toothbrush to kind of separate it. I don't brush all the way through, please don't. I separate it like that. As you can see, that's slick just enough. And then I take my clip and I put it as close or as far from the part, depending on how big you want your part to be, to hold it while my hair is drying. And I do the same thing to the other side. Now on this side, you might, let's say you wanted just a little more hair down here or something like that. That's your time before you dry it to do that, because when you dry it, when you do it when it's wet, when you dry it, it'll hold better. Just like anytime anybody was molding their hair, you know, in the salon or anything, it's molding your hair to have a part. So I put that on that side, put it on that side. There is my part. Not the best part, but it's parted enough. You can opt to air dry, which is what I used to do all the time, right? I used to air dry my hair all the time. But what I discovered was that when I blow dry it with a diffuser, when I blow dry it, it lasts longer because the heat is basically setting it. All right. After 4 long years of drying my hair, it's finally dry, and this is what it looks like after I dry it. Now you can see that some curls are not as defined as others. Usually when that happens, I just take a little bit of product and just put it back on there and like just twist it a little bit more. You can really usually notice this when you're drying it, obviously, but I was being a little lazy. But I'm also not a stickler for perfection, because I kind of like when it's a little frizzy because it gives it more definition. But this is how it looks when I dry it and I don't do anything else to it. I don't like it. It's kind of misshapen. I don't really keep it like this after I dry my hair. And so what I do is I take my pick and I just fluff it out. We all know fluffing can change a whole hairstyle. Look at that. Already it's kind of amazing. So I just fluff it out as much as I want to. If I want my curls to last longer, perhaps, maybe I'm going somewhere, I don't fluff out as much. Little edges or whatever. However you want to do them, I don't know. Do some little edges, just slick that down. However you want to do it. I don't feel like doing it right now, to be honest. Slick that down. If this isn't as defined as you want it to be, you can slick that down. But that, my friends, is it. But this is it. Thanks for watching, y'all.